The Legend of Zelda Wii U. Kind of a mystery of a game because we don't know much about it. And it was announced 2014 and we know very little, including its name and really anything else about the game. Me personally, I don't want to know too much about the game. I'd like to know what the name is, but other than that, I don't need to know the story synopsis. I don't need to know who the characters are. I don't need to know any of the stuff. Some people want that. Me personally, I don't. So E3 is coming up soon, and that's the next logical place we can see this, unless there's a Nintendo Direct beforehand. But other than that, there's no other big event that things are announced. Nintendo Direct we had a few weeks back, it didn't show the game, didn't even reference the game. I wasn't expecting it to, because the game said it was games through summer. And Zelda will probably come out in November, because that's historically when it comes out. So if we do see Zelda Wii U at E3, and it is supposed to come out this year, is that going to be enough time to talk about it? In my opinion, yes. I personally hate this long tail of years of here's a little bit of thing, oh yep, here's a new trailer, blah, blah, blah. Just long tail, over years of hyping the game up or talking about it, all the stuff. Kingdom Hearts 3. There's been a new trend lately of games being announced and coming out only a few months later. Fallout 4 was announced a little bit before E3, but it was worried about a leak. But then it was showing off at E3, and then it came out in November of the same year. And then other than Far Cry Primal, I forget exactly when it was announced, but it was only announced a few months ago, and it came out at the end of February. Then with Zelda titles, Majora's Mask 3D was announced in November 2014 and released February 2015. Triforce Heroes was announced at E3, and then it came out in November of the same year. And then back this past November, Twilight Princess HD was announced, and it came out only a couple weeks ago. So, I like this new trend of games being announced and coming out shortly after. I don't need this game announced and then years later it finally comes out. Kingdom Hearts 3. And I don't like this long tail of teasing and hype and all this stuff. I just want to hear about the game and know it's coming soon. I don't want to have to wait and wait and wait and wait. So I personally think it's okay if Zelda Wii U gets a full new reveal at E3 with the name, and then the release date gets announced, and then it comes out November. I don't know what a good date would be, November some Friday. Yeah, there's more enough time to market it because it's Zelda, and people who care about it will definitely know when it's coming out, and you don't need to show 5,000 trailers to get the word out. I mean, Fallout 4, we literally knew nothing about it. We didn't even know the game existed until mid last year. Then it came out the end of last year, and it sold millions and millions of copies. Why? Because it was Fallout. Same thing with Zelda. I mean, it's not going to be on the same scale because it's, stuck in Wii U, which only has 12 million or so units, and not every single person is going to buy the game. Zelda is a name that people will buy. And this game looks really promising. It's very curious because they've been talking about big changes or surprises within the game, and I really want to know. I don't want it to be revealed to me beforehand. I want to be holy crap when I first play the game. Let's say they added voice acting finally. I don't want them to show it at E3. I want to pop the game up and be what? They're talking to me. That would be perfect. I would probably jump up and down. I don't know. It would be awesome. Just a surprise that I just generally don't know about. It can't be surprised if you tell us beforehand. There's been other information that points to Zelda Wii U to actually come out this year, because not too long ago there was an interview in Famitsu with A.G. Alnuma. I think that's around his name. Probably butchered it. Anyway, but he's talking about how he's working on dialogue or something like that. And there was another interview a long time ago where he said that during the final stages of development of Skyward Sword, that's what he was doing. So that kind of hints at the game's in the final stages of development. So if that's true, the game could probably come out this year, which, come on, it better come out this year. So, yeah, there's a huge possibility the game's going to come out this year. You keep saying it is, so it better. No clue it's going to be on NX also. I highly doubt it's just going to be, no Wii U, just NX. I don't think they would do that. If anything, it'll be on both. It really depends when NX launches, if they'll launch at the same time or not. If, that is, if it's going to be on NX at all. So that's just my thoughts on this topic. And I definitely feel like 5 months or so is definitely enough time for the preview cycle. Especially for a name like Zelda. We don't need years and years of little information here's this, here's that, here's whatever. We don't need all that. All we really need now is, we should have got it a while ago, but all we need is the name. And that's all I really want. Maybe a new trailer, but I don't want too much of the game to be revealed to me. I want to be surprised. when I pop the game into my system and play it for the first time. But yeah, so make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.